Hi, this is Merlin with APRO, and my good friend James MacAlpine is here with us today to talk to us a little bit about the RentDirect nationwide show here in Orlando. Quick question, James. At the meeting yesterday, I had some questions about some new programs you've rolled out for RentDirect dealers. One in particular that we had discussed, you and I, NetSertive, I believe.
Right.
Talk to us a little bit about what that offers members of RentDirect.
Well, first of all, let me just say,
Please.
We want to say thank you very much to APRO for being here and covering this event. And thank you for all the interviews that you've done of all the vendors and the members that have been here. We really appreciate that, Marlon.
Absolutely.
Second, to answer your question, FurnitureDealer.net, or was it NetSertive? I'm sorry, yes.
NetSertive, yes.
NetSertive is a search engine marketing company, and I watched some of the interviews this morning that you did yesterday with the vendors, and they did a terrific job of explaining what it is that they do. What they're doing uniquely for the nationwide RentDirect members is they are giving them all, or setting them all up in the booth with Google Home Places pages, which if you're a rental dealer, if you're one of the, I'm estimating about 50% of the smaller independents that don't actually have a real live working website, that it will still give you a presence on the internet that if you click on it, similar to using a smartphone, it'll give you directions to the store through Google Maps, and it shows up under Google Places. A presence, actually, yeah.
And that is one of several new vendor members, I believe, of RentDirect in association with some programs. Another was O'Rourke.
Yes.
Joined up. Talk to us about that.
Well, O'Rourke Sales, for many of you that have been in the rental business for a long time, know that it's one of the premier or the dominant rent-to-own distributors in the industry. And it's one of the only ones that we didn't have a vendor relationship with. And we're very excited to have them here at the show. We know they do a terrific job of taking care of rental dealers, and we're glad to have them.
Terrific. They seem very excited to be here, all the people you mentioned. Another thing I wanted to talk in your sort of global view of the rental industry over the past year was some things that you feel are driving the market, and I wanted you to talk a little bit about those kiosks, and I think we call them
Second look financing.
Second look financing,
right.
Please.
Well, first of all, the industry as a whole, just in my opinion, is from the responses that we got back from our members and from that we saw from the national or the publicly traded companies, the first quarter was decent, the second and third quarter were spotty, and then the fourth quarter really pulled it out for us for the year, and this year started off pretty strong. I'm estimated, I think, collectively, independent and public channels, that we're probably up 1% to 2% as an industry, which is healthy growth compared to retail right now. However, if you look at the peripheral businesses, the second look financing that is really still rent-to-own business, that was up double digits, anywhere between 10 to 15%. I talked about this in the meeting yesterday that we had approximately, if the Rent-A-Center kiosk model, which was reportedly 750 locations at the end of the quarter, they have 250 customers on average, is what their mature stores has. They've introduced another 200,000 customers to the rent-to-own transaction. So that's, approximately 10% growth for the industry right there. That's not even capturing all of the POS integrated second look financing options. So, I'm sure we saw between 10 and 15% growth, for the industry.
These are models like Why Not Lease It and Rack Acceptance.
Yes. There's a couple others besides Why Not Lease It, but yeah, primarily.
And skipping around a little bit, some of the other interesting, product lines you discussed was, I think one of them was wireless audio. Is that ringing a bell?
Yeah, I think what you're referring to there is, audio for 2011 and late 2010 really was slowing down, and there's a lot of new product that's coming out that we think will be great add-ons for the third and fourth quarter of 2012 to our big LCD and LED and plasma TVs for rental, which is going to raise our average income per customer if you're an errands type of model, or our average APU if you're like a weekly business.
So some of the dealers that you've got, or vendors rather, that have products on the show floor that you feel, are you feeling some excitement from any of those you'd like to talk about?
Well, I have been so busy in my booth. I really haven't. This afternoon I'm going to be visiting the vendor booths to see what the sales are like. our preliminary numbers for appliances yesterday, just based on the HOT show and some of the other things, were phenomenal. I think you were in there, you saw what some of the deals were. But you got to remember that we're moving that product through all of those other services, all of the marketing things that we're doing. The in-store POP, the free postcards that we're doing for all the dealers.
We talked to Lauren about that. Yeah.
Yeah, increasing their presence on the net. Connecting them to vendor websites, connecting the rental dealers to vendor websites. So if a consumer is on the vendor's website looking at furniture, for example, our rent-to-own dealers will show up there in their places also, or dealer locators.
Sort of a all-in-one global.
We're just trying to increase the presence. Yeah,
it's a good thing. Move products that way.
Yeah.
James, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, just thank you very much to you guys,
Thank you for having us.
I think the industry's strong, and we're just happy that that you guys are here covering it.
We appreciate it. James MacAlpine, RentDirect Nationwide.